Yeah, I think to round out my point was...
Sorry, Dad, cut you off.
Kind of, but it's okay.
I didn't mean
it's
to.
Okay.
I thought we were just talking about the game.
Well, we were. I was just gonna say, though, I get that this game is cool, and I get people like it. I like the game, too. However, I think after looking at the story and the gameplay and everything like that, I don't see why this game is seen as goated as what it is. Like, well, I don't understand. Like,
it's not the best.
I get people like the game, and I'm fine if you like the game, but Brotherhood has like this weird stigma around it that people just act as if like Brotherhood is perfect and like the greatest experience of all time, and I guess I don't personally see it.
Right.
I mean, I've now played the game twice, so I feel like you can't sit there and say, well, you didn't understand the game. I did. I played it twice, and I don't see why Brotherhood is seen as the greatest game. I could see if you like the game a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I like it significantly more now.
I did too, yeah. I liked it more now than what I did the first time I played it.
I think I've always liked it more than you.
Yeah.
Like, if we're being honest,
right.
Too. Like, I think I've always liked it more than you did, which does not mean you disliked it.
Right. I mean, like I've always said, my least favorite Assassin's Creed game is Unity, and I still really like Unity. Right. I love all these games.
And Unity moved up a bit for me when I played it again, because now that it's fixed, like...
Right. Which I would like to replay the game, actually.
Yeah. And, you know, part of me, like, I have been loving Assassin's Creed, like, lately. Like, I've been playing through them. I have been doing it on my own, too. Like, replaying 2 is super fun.
Yeah. Hey, a trophy.
Looks like we just got achievements.
Secure the app. It's been like 20 minutes.
Yeah, the achievement system is broken lately. I don't really understand why with some of this. But, you know, in terms of this game, I would say now I love it. Mm-hmm. I still love Revelations more. But Revelations is my favorite, and maybe that's unfair because it requires all the character development from 2 in this.
Right.
So, like, I get that it's kind of like... The third one, I've noticed, is usually my favorite of stuff if it's well written.
Right.
Same with, like, Return of the Jedi and Revenge of the Sith and stuff. Even though everyone else hates on them.
Is Episode 9 your favorite of the sequel trilogy, or is it still 7?
See, that one, I don't consider Episode 9 super well written.
Okay, so it's probably still 7 then.
Yeah. But, like, I do like 9.
Right, I do too.
Well, Star Wars is a tough subject for me, man, because, like, when you bring it up, like, I'm kind of getting to... I don't know why I did that, sorry. I'm getting off track. I'll keep going to where we're going. I kind of am at the point, too, where part of me, like, almost wishes they just hadn't done the sequels.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to be negative or, like, hate on anyone who likes them. I've never been about that. Like, if you love those movies and you love them more than the prequels or more than the originals or both... I'm genuinely happy for you. Mm-hmm. I don't see it. It's not that for me.
Right.
But, like, I'm not one of those, like, Star Wars fans with, like, my thumb up my ass, like, who needs to tell you, like, what you can and cannot like.
Right. Well, and that's, like, what people did to us when we, as kids, liked the prequel trilogies, and they, like, slut-shamed us for liking them.
Right. And look, I'm a slut, I'll admit it, but, like, don't shame me.
Right.
Let me put my D where I want.
Exactly.
I'm the Lord of D.
There's a feather, by the way, on the map. There's only 10 of them in the game. We should probably get it.
I will get it. I was just going to grab this first, because I was grabbing these on the way. Some of these I'm just going to save for when we do, like, a Brotherhood Revisited.
Yeah.
But I thought I could grab a couple of them around.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the sequel trilogy, I like it, but I just... Based on the final product of what we got, there wasn't enough of... greatness in the sequel trilogy to justify me wanting them made. I kind of think...
Oh, are you in the same spot as me? You think, like,
I
don't care?
I'm in the spot of... I'm happy they're made because I like them, but I'm also in the spot of... If we could redo them with a different company, and someone who actually cared about Star Wars and didn't just want money only, and we could... just say these aren't canon anymore, we're going to redo 7, 8, 9. I'm also in the camp of, okay, I'm okay with this.
So can I translate what I think you said?
What?
If only I could Make a deal with God and get a new sequel trilogy. And one more Camelback, resurrect Carrie Fisher, pay Harrison Ford.
Well, honestly,
Is that
God...
what you said?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I think we could probably work out a deal with God. Like, if he could just give us a great sequel trilogy and, like, maybe resurrect Carrie Fisher. Like, maybe God could, like, you know, promise her, like, hey, you can get a spot in heaven.
Wait.
If you go and do this for the human race.
What if... Well, what the heck?
Why is this guy gonna kill you?
I don't know.
I feel like he was wanting to, like, touch you.
What was that?
I don't know.
Why was he like an undercover Harlequin?
I don't know.
I'm really confused. I've never seen that, have you?
No. Now no one will ever see him.
Yeah,
so.
exactly. May history forget that you ever existed. Ezio actually said that to someone. Oh yeah, no, it was in this game we were playing. I thought I confused it with 2, but it was that Cesare, remember? He's like, may history forget your name.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Alright, after this one I'll go up and mission. But yeah, I don't know. I guess I just kind of find it sad that people are that way in terms of like shaming people for liking stuff.
Yeah.
Look, like if it's like something illegal or gross, like if you're like into CP or whatever, I'm not for that.
Well, there's a certain group of people that think it should be legal.
Yeah, and they're idiots.
And minor attracted people are fine.
But when it comes to like games and movies and stuff, like even if it is trash or I don't like it or whatever, it doesn't hurt me that someone enjoys it. I just don't see the point of like getting angry about that and taking it out on them. Maybe it's because I have like a job and friends
right.
and things going on, and like I've seen the sunlight in the last decade. But why does this guy like want to fight? But like when it comes to that kind of stuff, I just feel like people have like made everything personal, especially in the age of the internet, where it's like if you don't like blow Brotherhood, you must hate Brotherhood.
Yeah, and I guess I don't get it.
Well, and also, don't you think you'd like Brotherhood a little more if you hadn't been mistreated about it?
Probably, actually.
Because like I remember when you shared that opinion online, people were pretty mean to you.
Yeah.
About it, like rude at the minimum, and acted like you had no taste. To me, that's kind of a turnoff, where it's like, even if the thing is good, then I'm probably not going to enjoy it anymore.
Right.
Maybe that's not fair, but it's like you're ruining the thing.
Well, and what I don't get, too, is... I don't get why people care that much, either.
Oh,
it's
like what you think?
Well, yeah, it's like you can play Brotherhood, and I could play Assassin's Creed 3 and love 3, and you love Brotherhood. And yet that doesn't change your opinion on Brotherhood.
I'm pretty sure this isn't her, right?
I don't think so, because I think she... No, actually, I don't know if she died or not.
I thought it was just someone who looked like her. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I agree with you, though. Like, I don't disagree at all.
Well, and... Maybe I'll wait, because I don't know if there's a story here.
There probably is. I don't know. A lot of this stuff isn't worth getting angry about.
Right.
You could talk probably now.
I also feel like the opinion on Brotherhood, and there's no quantifiable way to prove this point at all, but I do feel like the...
Thank you for coming.
Of course. Tell me, what can I do?
My family's bodies. I can't just leave them hanging from the gallows. Need to give them last rites. Send them on to the next world.
Capisco. Lead the way, Ezio.
I actually like this because there was in 2, which I just played, this ties in well because Claudia was like, did they get a proper burial? And Ezio was like, yeah, they did. But you don't get to see how they did.
Right.
Like, he just kind of left them there.
Yeah, I think this was actually a really cool story mission. So anyways, I feel like movies like Thor, Love and Thunder, for example, when that movie came out, a lot of the hate on Love and Thunder is just parroted opinions.
Right, from Twitter.
Yeah, it's stuff that, like, if you ask anyone on Twitter who hates the movie, and you say, well, why do you hate the movie? It's always, like, the same opinion. And I'm kind of like, do you hate this movie, or is it just that... What is going on here?
I guess this guy is like hostile.
I'm always like, do you hate this movie, or did you just see someone hate it online, and then you decide to parrot their opinion because you want to fit in, and then you decided to like make that like your opinion of the movie?
Right.
It's kind of what I gather from, and I feel like it's the same thing with Brotherhood too, where I feel like just a few people loved Brotherhood, and then all of a sudden now like that's the general opinion, and if you don't fall in line with it, then you're somehow like a loser. But then the people that claim to love Brotherhood and defend it so much, they don't actually know what they like about it.
I'm going to have a little talk with that guard.
Yeah, however, I do also think that you're a little hard on Brotherhood, not to like put you on the spot. But
right.
I do think that part of it is just people were not very nice about Brotherhood. But I don't think... I genuinely think, like, also that's not Brotherhood's fault.
No.
You know? Like, and I don't think you're really, like, showing people by... on either side. Like, I don't think anyone's showing you by being a dick about it any more than we're showing them by it not being our favorite, you know?
They've already been taken. Where? Tell me where they are. I don't know. I think they were taking them down to the river to dump them. No.
No, I don't. I'm not saying that's why you don't like it. I'm just saying, like, I do think that affected both of our opinions on it, especially the first time we played through it.
Yeah.
And I do think that it's one of those things where I'm not saying, like, well, that makes those people in the right. It doesn't. It's just also if you... It's hard because you also don't want to let these dumbasses ruin stuff for you, like the people that were rude about it. That's what I tried to go into this game this time with, like, a blank slate.
Yeah.
Like, not considering that. And the reason for that is because I feel like I kind of let people ruin this game for me the first time I played it. Where, like, because I didn't adore it the most and I actually enjoyed 2 more, I was a big fucking idiot and everybody thought I was stupid and had bad taste and stuff. And that just made me not like it more. Maybe that's petty. That's just me. That's who I am.
Only one thing to do. Kill them.
No, don't do that. They did nothing wrong.
They follow orders unquestioningly. That makes them...
Ezio?
Va bene. I'll sneak behind their backs. Get my family, one at a time if I have to. And carry them down to the river.
Be careful.
This person, like, I accidentally pickpocketed them and they're gonna attack Christina.
Okay. I like how you kick her in the back and blood, like, flies everywhere.
Let's just hide here for a minute. So I think that, like, you almost have to separate it from that, because I also think that, like, sequel fans and, like, original trilogy fans... I mean, I know some people say this about prequel fans. I usually just think they're having fun.
Right.
But sequel and original trilogy fans of Star Wars also could easily ruin those movies for us, because, like, they're mean.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of them. But, like, it's not the movie's fault. So it's like I try and... Let's save, like, the annoying little brother for last. Let's, like, help our dad first.
Sounds like a good idea. Wait, why is he, like, sitting up?
I don't know. Would you ever like a game where you play as Giovanni?
No.
No?
No, I don't really care.
You didn't like him?
He was fine.
I thought he was cool. He has a cool movie.
Yeah, I thought he was fine. I'm fine with it. I just don't know if I need a game based around
What
him.
if we have a game with everyone in Ezio's family?
That would be cool.
What about one where you play as Petruchio's corpse?
I would like that game.
Anyways. Does what I say make sense?
Well, yeah, it makes sense. I think it does make sense.
Like, on both sides of it?
Yeah, I guess my big thing is, like, if it's not my favorite game, that's fine.
Yeah.
But if it's your favorite game, that's also fine. Like, I'm not going to step in here and be like... I'm not going to, like, go hunt you down and, like, dox you or something. Like, I don't know. Wait, what?
It froze me when I got detected, so then when I moved, he fell off.
I like how it's like target lost, but his body was floating there next to you.
I don't understand what happened. Yeah, I agree. I just also think, like, it goes both ways. Like, it's also not sticking it to the game to not like it. Like, some people will do that with stuff because people are rude.
Right.
And it's like, at the same time, it's a video game. You know,
right.
It's not the most important thing in the world, but, like, it's supposed to be fun. And I also think it's a shame when people let things get ruined for them because of it. So it's like, if it's not your favorite game, that's totally fair. But if it's like, and now I don't like this because somebody said something mean to me, and like now I like it less, which I've done.
Yeah.
Then it's like, okay, well then that's also silly because then that's not fair to the thing, and plus that person isn't like being punished
Right.
by that. It's just like maybe you or me losing out on enjoying it. That's why I think it's good that we enjoyed it this time.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it would have been easy to go in like annoyed, like, well, everybody hated on us for not like thinking this is the best one. So therefore, like, I'm not going to have fun with it.
Right.
And it's like that just makes the experience miserable, you know?
Yeah, and, like, we're missing out.
But also, it's not my favorite either.
Yeah, it's just not. Like, I don't know.
I think Revelations is way better written. The only thing Revelations doesn't have that I wish it did was a better villain.
Yeah.
It's mainly about finding keys for Masayev.
Well, and I'm actually interested to play Revelation to, like, see yours and mine opinion on it, because I think we both really like Revelations. Probably the best of the Ezio trilogy.
And it is one of my favorite Assassin's Creed games for me.
And I've only played that game once as well. Now, it was very recent, but I played it once. So I'm interested to see if I like it more, or if I like it less, and also see what your opinion on is. Like, maybe your opinion changed.
Yeah.
Because I think it's been a while for you since you've played it, too.
I have to leave the city. Christina, I want you to come with me.
I want to. But I can't. My family.
So we'll always be together, Christina.
Ezio.
The recent outbreak of diseased swine in Campania.
Alright, so we got a new memory of Christina available now. I actually really like these.
Same.
Because they tied this pretty well into 2.
You should get that feather on our way down.
This one?
Yeah. One thing I will actually say about Brotherhood that I didn't remember the first time I played it, but I'm seeing it now, is I really like how they expand on Ezio's story.
Yeah.
And not even just as expanding on him as a sequel to 2, but doing stuff like these Christina missions, which are actually technically during Assassin's Creed 2. Like that era of Ezio's life.
Yeah.
So, and I do really appreciate that they do allow you to like go back and see more of Ezio from both his previous life and also even just seeing more about him in the context of after 2. I think that's something that's pretty cool, and I guess seeing this just really makes me wish we would actually get a second game for 3 and a second game for characters like the Fry twins.
Honestly, even 4.
Yeah, and even a second game for Edward, because the thing is, looking at Edward's life is Assassin's Creed 4, unless I'm forgetting something, which is possible, I guess. Assassin's Creed 4 basically ends by wrapping up Edward's story in context of him finding like the Isu relic and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But as far as I remember, I don't remember there being a wrapping up of his story of seeing how he got to like Britain. Because when you play Assassin's Creed Unity, there's a no. Syndicate, there's a part where you can actually explore Edward Kenway's house. Like it's like a mission, and you're in his house, and you see the pirate ship that he sailed, like a little model of it.
Yeah.
You see like some of his weapons and stuff like that. Like you're actually in his home. So like somewhere along the way, he got to Britain, and I'm kind of like, well, that's cool and neat, but I want to see that.
Right.
Like, why does...
You don't just want to be told?
Well, exactly. Like, I don't understand why Ezio gets like a bunch of movies and 3 games and then tie-in games as well on like the DS and stuff like that. Even he even got runtime in the Chronicles version of like the China stuff.
Yeah, well, a couple minutes, but he still got it.
He still was in there. Like, I guess I'm like, that's great that we saw this development with Ezio. It makes him a great character, but you have all these other assassins that didn't get, like, any runtime that they deserve. I mean, even in the RPG stuff, I feel like we learn more about, like, Bayek, Cassandra, and Eivor.
Because it's like 100 hours long.
Yeah, because the Valhalla is, like, I think it was 120 or 130 hours it took me to platinum the game.
Right.
Odyssey's like 80 to 100 hours to platinum that game. Odyssey's like 70 hours if you want to do everything. That's a lot of screen time. As opposed to this game, which is like 20 to 30 hours.
Right.
Plus 2, which is probably 30 to 50 hours. Plus Revelation, which is probably 20 to 30 hours to do most of the side stuff.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking like almost 100 hours of just gameplay that Ezio got between these 3 games. Which does actually kind of match up with the RPG stuff. But then characters like Connor got, what, like 15 hours total? Because the other 15 hours was Hatham?
Yeah.
I don't know, it's such a shame. It's like, you've done it before.
Well, I think that's part of what rubbed us the wrong way about Ezio originally. By the way, I want to see these girls. Do they look better in this game? Because in 2, like, they look mixed bag.
Bad.
Mixed bag in 2. They look hot in this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually did a good job with the courtesans. Anyways, yeah, I think that I think that that's something that frustrated both of us with Ezio. Not that it's his fault again, or like the game's fault. It's the fault of Ubisoft. But when you write such a good character and then you don't want to follow that up in the future with more,
Right.
like from other characters. I even think, I actually marked the Taylor, but it's right on top of it. I actually think, too, that there's plenty of room to expand a lot of these characters. I even think there's room to expand Ezio's family, like I said, and I would be into it. Like a Claudia game.
Yeah, that'd be fun.
I'd be into it. But, like, I do think that it's frustrating that a bunch of the other characters don't get development. Another thing I'm a little tired of is developing a human modern-day character and then writing them out.
Yeah.
Like...
Well, Desmond got, well, technically 5 games. Layla got 3.
Right. Well,
and then in between there was, like, nameless employee.
Yeah, and I think a couple of different nameless employees.
Yeah.
And, I don't know, for me that's one of those things where I just wonder what the point is then of writing them in. You know what I mean? If you're just going to get rid of them immediately.
Yeah.
Not that you have to use the same character forever, but, like, come on. You know what I mean? Like, you know that they don't have, like, some big plan of, like, who to use next.
No.
They're doing it as they go. And I bet a big part of, like, finishing Layla's storyline, if she never comes back, which, like, there always are ways for them to continue storylines in Assassin's Creed. I bet a big part of it was to make room for, like, Rift or Infinity or whatever it's going to be called, where it's, like, a live service game.
Yeah.
Because, let's be honest, they probably wouldn't make that based around Layla, where everyone's Layla.
Mm-hmm.
That's probably like you're a nameless employee type shit again.
Right.
Maybe not that, but maybe there is no modern day in that one, and it's just like you're you, and you're in the Animus. That's what I would assume for a live action game. Kind of like what Destiny does, or World of Warcraft, or...
You're just like a made-up character.
Yeah, you're just a made-up character, which I like that too, by the way. There is room for that in the series, and if they did it well, fine. I'm more hesitant of the always online type crap, because it'll ruin the game in the future. Whereas this game now is better than when it launched, like we said. But it's just frustrating to me, you know?
Ezio! What are you doing here?
I only just came back to Firenze. Look at you. Beautiful as ever.
But... Oh, Ezio, it's been 2 years!
And I've thought of nothing but you.
Oh, but Ezio...
What is it?
I'm engaged to be married. My father kept asking me to choose. I thought I would never see you again. Ah! It's Manfredo! He's going to kill him! What?
Untale he lost money to. He's dragged them out to the end of the new bridge.
Who the hell is Manfredo?
My fiancé!
Oh, Manfredo's the one that's going to get killed.
What if we just neglected to save him?
Yeah, like, we could just let him die, and then Ezio's like, well, I see you're single.
Also, why do we not have a sword? He had a sword at this point.
No, he didn't.
Sorry, you're right. Can you wear this outfit in the main game now? Like the one from 2?
I think so. I don't know, though. I don't know.
Do you prefer this outfit or the Brotherhood one? Now, don't just answer to be a contrarian who doesn't...
I kind of like the Brotherhood one.
Okay, I was just wondering. That you didn't have to say that. I'm
No,
just
I know.
saying...
I actually liked it.
Okay. I go back and forth, but I think I like the Brotherhood one, too.
Yeah.
I was going to have the money for you today.
Manfredo's kind of hot, actually. His voice isn't, but his face is.
I stabbed his balls.
Nice.
Grazie, Messere.
Never mind, he's not really that hot.
Whoa, hey, aspetta! What are you doing?
Do you love her?
What?
Do you love her? Christina! The woman you're about to marry.
Yes, I do. I swear I do. Kill me here, and I will die still loving her.
You are never going to gamble again.
Never, Messere.
You will be a good husband to her. Or I will hunt you down. Kill you myself.
What if Manfredo came around the corner and saw this and, like, dumped her?
You saw us dumping our Manfredo sauce in her?
He's fine. He'll make a good husband. I made sure of it.
What?
He's like, wait a minute, that was my job. I'm the Manfredo. Get your Manfredo out of my wife. What a name.
Well, how much more Italian of a name could you get? It's basically Alfredo.
I don't know. Also, what did they mean, leave Animus?
Where did it say that? I must have not been looking at the screen.
It said I could leave the Animus, but I can't.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, we have to do these. There is a unlockable
What?
to get bronze in everything. It's a costume, and I think you'd like it. Just bronze. Just to get bronze.
In everything?
In all of them.
In all of the virtual training missions?
So I thought before we do a little more Christina, we could do a couple of these. Is that okay?
Oh, I want to do Christina. Why'd you save a screenshot?
I clicked the wrong button. I have problems.
Why don't you show your friends?
No!
Okay.
I can't show them. Are you tired of playing Brotherhood here?
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
Okay, what is with the screenshot?
I didn't click it again, I promise.
Expert's like, hey, the screenshot!
So I think we learned our lesson and I better do these.
Okay. Because I suck at the game, thank you.
No, you had a bit of a problem with the courses, remember?
Thank you for saying I'm bad at gaming.
No worries.
That you think I'm like the worst gamer you've ever seen in your entire life.
You're actually not.
Thank you.
But you're not the best either.
Okay, thanks. That means a lot.
Who is the worst gamer you've ever seen?
Any woman, I'm kidding.
Oh, man.
I am joking.
That was a little fast to...
I am joking.
A little fast to say if you're really joking.
I just had to be
it's
a little...
your first instinct.
I just had to be a little misogynist there to get it out of the way for the day.
I just want to say it's interesting that it was your first instinct to immediately say it. What the heck? Why didn't I... What the heck? What was that?
That was... I don't know.
What was that?
I don't know.
Manfredo!
The worst gamer I've ever seen?
Gold? Yeah!
Hey, say you got gold.
Wait, no, I got silver.
What? Oh, because you didn't do it 7 seconds faster.
Whatever. We basically just need bronze.
Okay. I don't know who the worst gamer would be, by the way. I don't know. I feel like everyone I've hung out with has been a decent gamer.
Have you hung out with many people?
When I was a kid, I actually used to have a lot of friends.
What happened?
I became boring.
Oh, okay.
No, actually, in elementary school, I had like 15 friends at the same time.
Wow.
I know.
Did you like that?
Yeah, at the time, I thought it was fun.
Would you want that now?
No, no. Well, the funny thing is, I had my 10th birthday party. Because I had friends from my church and my school
Wasn't
and
invited,
neighbors.
Thanks.
We weren't friends when I was 10.
Still wasn't invited,
Okay,
thanks.
sorry. I had like
What do you have to do for 0.15 seconds?
What?
I'm gonna try that one more time just to see if I can get it.
I had, I think it was literally like 16 friends between church and school and then my one neighbor friend over at my house at the same time for my 10th birthday party, and they all slept over. It was like the most chaotic experience I've ever seen in my life.
Did you sleep with them?
Yeah, we all like slept in the same bed.
Come on.
At the time... Oh, I think you got it! By like 0.1 second.
Hey!
Nice, you got it. At the time, I had like the time of my life because these are all my friends.
Mm-hmm.
But looking back on it, because my mom did one of those like video recordings of it.
What the heck?
Looking
is she
back,
working for Sean?
Yeah, she is. Looking back at it, like watching that, I'm like, this was an awful experience. Like, I feel so bad for my parents that had to like put up with like 16 screaming 10-year-olds in the house all night.
I wouldn't. Am I a bad parent that I would not want my kid?
No, you are not. You are not a bad parent for that. I feel like I was a bad son for having that many friends. And the sad thing is looking back on that, I don't hang out with any of those people anymore.
Is there a reason? Just grew apart?
Some of the people actually left the school, so they went to like a different school. So I just
was this
never
our
saw
school?
them. Yeah. The church people all left and went to college, and I now stopped going to that church, so I don't see any of them anymore. The neighbor friend moved away.
Oh.
So it's like,
okay.
I had like 16 friends who were all friends of mine. Like, they were all legitimate friends of mine. And I don't see any of them anymore. So, okay. You might just have to reset this one.
Yeah.
So looking back on that, I'm kind of like, that's kind of sad, actually. Like, you had all these friends, and then you're not friends with them anymore. And I haven't been friends with any of them in probably like 6 years.
The older I get, the less friends I want.
Yeah, and I'm like, I think now I hang out with you, and I might play games with T like once a month, and that's enough.
Right?
Like, I'm like, I have enough.
You're
friends.
fine with me basically being your only friend?
I am fine with that. I'm like, I don't have any more time for this. Like, I would like to hang out with T, actually, but I'm like, I don't know if I have time.
Well, I don't think he does.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I see him a few times a month.
Yeah.
Probably 3.
Right.
Way less than you. And
I think I probably hung out with T probably once a year ago. Like, actually in person. We play games together, but...
What the heck just dropped?
But in person probably has been like a year ago. And it's just because I have like 4 jobs. A lot of my free time is spent either with my wife or with you.
Right.
Or like with either of our families.
Or with my wife. Okay.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do here? Because when
I don't know.
Oh, I know what to do. Sorry. Yeah, I have to make a jump before I get to the ledge.
Yeah.
Which is dumb because that means you have to just know what's coming.
Right. So I'm kind of like, I don't know if I have time. Like, how did I have time back then to hang out with 16 friends?
Well, you had no job and you had no purpose in life other than to be annoying and a child.
Right.
That's like what children, their whole purpose is be annoying and a child.
I know. I don't know. I don't get it. And then, like, some of those friends, because they went to the same school, some of those friends were, like, friends with each other, so it was like a group. And I'm looking back on that, and I'm kind of like, how do people have groups of friends that, like, are all free at, like, the same time to, like, continually hang out and do stuff outside of, like, work? I get I was a kid, but I'm looking at it, like, now.
Right, like if you were an adult?
Yeah, like, there are people in their 20s that, like, hang out and do stuff all the time together. And it's, like, and it's a group of friends. And I'm like, how do you guys have time for this? I have time for, like, one friend.
Yeah, I don't know. A lot of those people get together a couple times a year.
Yeah.
Okay.
How did that not work?
It doesn't count if I don't land, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't get it.
Also, they could have done more to make this course not the same as the other ones.
Yeah. Well, I also feel like they could have done more for these courses to maybe make them... Well, actually, I don't know how to say this without sounding like I hate this. I don't hate this. I like the virtual training world here, but I feel like it would have been cool to have part of this world be in, like, Rome.
No, I get what you're saying.
Like maybe you're running around like the rooftop of Rome or something.
I'm gonna be honest, I prefer it this way.
Yeah.
Just because it's unique.
Right.
And I already played in Rome for the whole game. Okay, can you turn?
What if you could run around like the red light district of Amsterdam?
That'd be cool.